On this adventure with Lukim Yu, we install a washing machine, complete our air conditioning,
The air is taken in.
and it works. We have upgraded to lithium. Well, we are back on board. This is our first night staying on board Luki. She looks terrible. She's filthy outside. However, below the waterline now, she is schmick. We've got the air conditioning installed, albeit not wired up. And from tomorrow onwards, we need to then do all the above water stuff and get her all cleaned up and ready to go to sea. Next week, our new rigging gets installed. So tonight, we're going to go out for dinner and have a few drinks.
Surprisingly, yes.
Cafe latte for Denise at Saloon Table 1.
Boat progress today. Not that you can see it, but a man came and measured up all the cushions and stuff. We have new twinkly lights, which is very exciting. Fixing the thermostat for the fridge. So facing me, brown at the top and blue at the bottom.
And then we need to re-plug in the thermostat because we used the bypass switch from some time ago. Well, sorry, is that brown wire that I need to replace with a blue wire? Any closer?
Well, I think the thermostat's working. So that gets bolted onto that, behind that, with this.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I did it. It's back on. And that's how they always look back there. That's not something I did. That's exactly how it worked. But,
Excellent.
assuming the thermostat works, that was a moderately easy fix. We might have a functioning fridge that doesn't freeze everything.
We've now got our new sunroof, what we call our sunroof. It sits above the helm station, which is up there.
Yeah.
So, new piece of perspex. They've drilled the right holes and reinserted all the right things. We just need to take those off in order to peel back the paper, and then we can put it up there.
So pretty. You're right.
Our new clears, that in fact are clear, and here is our new sunroof. Our wheel has come back and now I'm going to install it. I've got some grease on there. I'm going to get this lined. Will she go on smoothly, considering it didn't come off so smoothly? That's a bit better. Lock it off, won't move. Excellent.
Okay, fun stuff. Finally, in what has been an incredibly frustrating day. Voila. That is a nice bit of leather work, isn't it? Look at that.
Isn't it? Look at that. Is it really good?
I was waiting for it. So this morning, because we have so many pages of jobs, 4 actually, we decided to whittle it down to mission critical items, the ones that you literally should not go sailing without. It's quite the list, but still, the float switch is not working in the port bilge. The starboard engine bilge is not working. 2 very important items. Safety monkeys in the world, we need to service our harnesses, our life raft, I can't think what it's called, fire extinguishers, our port engine starter battery, currently not wired up, our inverter which we purchased not wired up, so we can't run any electricity without a big electric extension cord. And the grab bag, which we use if it's an emergency, needs a real clean. It's disgusting, and we need to test all the navigation lights. And today's effort of 6 hours of driving around, we have changed over our fire extinguishers, and that's all we've accomplished today. And we're a little bit annoyed.
I'm going to attempt to install a wastewater pipe and also a freshwater hose, allowing us to install a new washing machine. This area here, which currently of course has a new inverter and stuff just dumped there, this is where our washing machine is going to go, and there's going to be a cabinet that's going to hide all that. But essentially I need to feed wastewater tube down here through there that goes under here, pops out here, which is below where we have our little step, allowing the wastewater to go down there.
And then raise the step.
And then we need to raise the step. I also need to run pressurized water from here down through there, which will go along this channel here, and then pop out where that little hole is, and again run that up here to a conventional tap.
The magic yellow tool. I need you to pull.
Yep, got it.
I love this little yellow thing. Every boat should come with a yellow stick. Don't you think?
I think so.
Amazing. I don't know why we haven't had one the last 3 years.
I have raised a little companionway grate, I guess, that we stand on. And I've lifted it up. That way there's room for our new washing machine drain to go through. So, now put it back in.
Show me how you raise it, Jamie.
No, because it's not very pretty. I'm not going to show you that. It's not very pretty.
Oh, Jamie.
However, it is stable. Look at that. It's not moving at all. No matter what I do. I have finished plumbing what we need. There is fresh water, and of course our wastewater goes down there.
And grab bag, flares, all reassembled, nice and clean. You have to look in the compartment.
Oh, look at that. Very nice. Now we find out whether or not my plumbing efforts are watertight. So we're about to turn on the water pump, and we'll see if it leaks down here. More importantly, whether or not the new washing machine tap leaks and works.
Right, we don't want it to pour out everywhere either, so
Yeah, hang on.
that tap's on.
Turn this tap on just to take some of the pressure away if it is going bonkers.
Am I turning it on?
Go. Alright, so first of all in here, there doesn't appear to be any leaks. The reason you're seeing 2 clamps is it's a survey requirement. We don't have to do that anymore, but the boat was once a survey. We figure we'll stick with that.
Alright, so far I've got water to here, baby. That's water.
Okay, so the rest is air pressure.
Yeah.
So remember, it goes half turn or quarter turn, so it's full on. So
It's like a horn. Yep, we have water.
yeah, and when you turn it off, is it staying dry? Yep. Okay.
Like it's not even remotely on, darling. It'll flow will be fine.
Okay.
That's bucketing out.
So you know what that means?
You finished a job!
And
We can put a washing machine in tomorrow if we want to.
we can.
We should go and get it while we've still got that trolley to use.
And there was much rejoicing.
Jamie!
We haven't run Lily for a year and a half. Let's see if she starts. That's ridiculous.
So I don't know if you can see it. There's water in there. And there's water in our port bilge, which, to be fair, there always has been a little bit of water, and we've never been able to figure out what the problem is.
Plastic fittings on our water pump for the air conditioning was leaking. So we pulled it all apart, and the parts that were supplied to us, of course, didn't have any plumber's tape on it. So we are putting plumber's tape on it, putting it back together, and hopefully getting rid of the leak.
But what have we learned?
What have we learned? Don't trust any parts that come directly from a factory or supplier. Pull them apart and make sure they're actually have plumber's tape on them.
Now we actually learnt that before, didn't we? And then we
Yeah, but it was
forgot.
years ago. We forget that sort of stuff. We're all back together now with plumber's tape. The last thing we need to do with that is our electrician is going to wire this up, being 240 volts. And then we should be good to go with air conditioning.
Can you hold that? I'm just going to get in a box. Thanks. No leaks here.
That is now fully on. In due course, this will be moving back, and obviously the cabinet will go on top of it. So,
Happy? No leaks?
no leaks. Dry.
Step 2. Power on. Oh, it's music to our ears, Jamie.
Nothing in there. No.
Very, very quiet. It's going at the moment, and all I can hear is the fan behind me. Can't hear the beautiful thing. Little white aesthetics that don't really make a lot of difference to the functionality of the boat, but gee, it looks better. So these were yellow and cracked, and actually if you touch them they fell apart in your hands. So I've replaced all of these and all the ones out there. They look so good, so cheap, so good.
Disassembled the battery box. Moved all the batteries over sufficiently to get the new inverter in. Yeah.
Time to attack the wall.
I'm actually thinking the vent, since I'm already in three
the
stages
box.
of hell from a heat and sweat perspective. So
Vent for just to cool the
ventilation for the area. Yeah.
Productive morning. We have dismantled the battery box, moved the batteries over to make room for the new inverter. We have put the vent in to vent the batteries and the inverter so they don't get too hot. And now we are going to finish the air conditioning in that compartment so we never have to take that wall off again. Ha ha ha. Since the viewers last joined us, we've done a lot of things in here, Jamie. We have put some padded felt under the air conditioning unit, so I don't know, hopefully make it, I don't know, make less noise, I don't know. Then we have attached the thermostat to the side because it needs to be near where the air is taken in. We've then bolted the air conditioning to the bit of wood that we installed so it won't move. We've cable tied and neatened up all the cables. We uninstalled this, which the electrician put together. It was seriously wonky, and on a boat it's going to fall over in like 10 seconds. So we've put a new piece of wood in, Sikaflexed that, bolted that, and then put this back on. And now it's rock solid. And then finally we're going to attach the air conditioning to the duct and the controller to the cable, put the wall back up, and hopefully never see this cavity again. Yeah, probably actually. It only gets like one click in and then that's it. We have a vent. Boat projects today. Inverter.
Yeah, in a conduit. That one there. This one? Yeah.
Rigging nearly in its final stages.
After a lot of hard work, we have installed the air conditioning. We now have sufficient 240. We'll get into that later as to why it's working now, but we've been able to turn it on and it works. And for the first time ever since we owned the boat, I've walked in from outside, and that's why I'm sweaty, where it is very, very hot and very, very wet. And even though Denise is cooking in here, it is cool and dry.
Temperature's actually still going down even though the oven is on, and our oven is a kiln, so that's bloody fine effort from an air conditioning.
So Denise thought that would be a champagne worthy event to celebrate.
I think so, quite frankly.
It's the last of all our money, really. Why not?
I'll come up with any excuse.
Almost as cold as the air conditioning.
We have a new laundry cabinet. It's actually very exciting. It looks like it's actually always been on the boat because he's done an amazing job. It's very expensive though. And there it is. Voila! Voila. Which Jamie has bolted to the ground. It's got a lovely little close. Small problem, so we've got a nice stone to match the... It's a very heavy lid though. And yeah, the guys weren't overly keen on putting in the pneumatic little arms that we bought. So I think we're just going to have to live with it without having arms for a while. But from a storage perspective, it's working, I think.
$65 kilos, dead weight. Each battery. 4 of them. Well, all batteries, 260 kilos all up. These all up will be 90 kilos.
So now we're just waiting on the batteries to be finished. They're in, but not done. Jamie can talk about batteries.
Well, we have upgraded to lithium. Why have we done that? Because it's very expensive. Is that a few things. One is that you can cycle them a lot harder. Now, I always knew that conceptually, but the reality is that you can have peak sunshine where our solar might be producing, 1.3 kilowatts, but the AGMs can't take that power that quickly, whereas you can really ram it into the lithium ion batteries. Likewise, you can pull it out really hard too, which means we could even in theory run our air conditioning for a while on our batteries. So we're halfway through the install. There are 300 amp hour batteries, and there is our new 5 kilowatt inverter. Those things are massive fuses. So it's just a matter now of finishing it off and getting everything working. This storm going over the top has got to be 40-50 knots. It's actually lifting Lily up and throwing the solar around. I reckon we've got visibility of 15 metres.
It's blowing up containers around.
And fuel containers almost being blown off the deck.
And that's in a marina. Jeez.
And the wind just suddenly swung from north to easterly.
Oh, there goes one fuel container.
Oh, really?
Yep, straight through.
We'll go looking for fuel containers once the storm stops. On the deck, I can see 5.
Oh, well, we had 8.
Did we really?
Yep.
And have a look at Lily. That is out of control. Now the wind's swinging to a southeasterly, so the eye must be going right over the top of us. The reason I know is there's a wind generator on the back of that boat that's almost disappearing in the rain, and that's the way it's pointing. On the next adventure with Lukim Yu,
End of shakedown sail.
we rectify the electrician's errors,
You, sir, are a jet set legend.
we install new cushions, and Denise services our harnesses.
can do it.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends.